Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's JP Reacts, bro. And we have another reaction today. It's not going to be a good reaction. It's going to be a bad reaction. Today we got the death of Takeoff of the Migos. I know I haven't really uploaded in a while, really since the NBA Finals. But I'm back. I'm finna be grinding for y'all. But today we got some bad news, y'all. It's the death of Takeoff. Sadly, he was shot in Houston, and we're about to get into it. I wanted to let it digest for a little bit. Y'all are gonna see this the day after, so you know I wanted it to digest for a little bit before I got into it. But we gonna hop into it. Before we get into it, though, y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, and let's get into the video.
John, thank you. We moved to national headlines for you this morning at 7:20. A developing story out of Houston, Texas. TMZ is reporting rapper Takeoff, a member of Migos, is dead. The 28-year-old was reportedly shot to death at a bowling alley in Houston.
Bro, he died in a bowling alley, bro. Shooting dice. And supposedly he wasn't really, like he wasn't doing nothing, bro. Like, he was just chilling.
At around 2:30 this morning. TMZ says Takeoff was there with Quavo, another member of Migos. Sources say someone started shooting after a fight broke out. Takeoff was pronounced dead at the scene.
Now, I'm sure you've heard the news at this point. It's been really hard thinking about making this video because I've been so shaken up about this. For anyone who still hasn't heard the news, rapper Takeoff, member of the collective Migos, has died at the age of 28. Essentially what happened is, according to reports, Takeoff and Quavo were in Houston, Texas last night playing a game of dice. Apparently they were hosting a private party at a bowling and pool spot located in downtown Houston. Some kind of altercation broke out.
Bro, look. It's cool to be inside, bro. Like, you don't always have to be outside. That's what I feel like a lot of people don't realize nowadays. Like, everybody wants to be outside, bro. And hey, you know, it's your life. You can do what you want to do. But, dude, you're shooting dice at 2 a.m. in the morning, bro. Like, nothing comes out of that. You know, only something bad can happen, bro. At 2 a.m. in the morning and you're shooting dice, like, dude, only something bad can happen. And something bad happened, unfortunately.
I don't know how, but that's what happened. One thing led to another. Someone caught a bullet to the head. Takeoff was that person. Takeoff unfortunately died on the scene, and he was bleeding to death as Quavo was yelling for someone to get help.
I'ma feed my family, nigga, ain't no.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna put it in the video, bro, but dude, like, there's videos of him literally on the floor, like, bleeding to death, bro. I'm not posting it. I'm not gonna share a link or none of that, bro. But honestly, it's just sad to look at because, you know, that's somebody's son, that's somebody's brother, somebody's uncle, obviously. Because Takeoff was, I'm tripping. That's somebody's nephew because, you know, Quavo was his uncle. But you know, like, bro, there's a video out there of him on the ground, dying, bro. Dead. It's crazy.
The last thing I want to do is make this type of video a news video because there's a lot of news out there and I don't just want to be another news outlet when it comes to a conversation like this. Instead, I want to make a statement and I want to leave you with something to think about. So now let's transition to this next part. It's a little bit of a rant. I recorded this at 4 or 5 in the morning when I found out about the news. So anyway,
I found out about it around 4 too.
Let's keep on talking. I think what has to happen is we just have to get really honest about what exactly we're promoting in the culture. Take a look at what exactly are we promoting in the culture? What are we actually saying in our records? That's the answer. That's the answer to why we're losing so many of our artists to gun violence. It's because we're talking about this stuff in the music, and a lot of our artists are actually living this lifestyle. So of course, in the end, it's gonna manifest in them being victims of the stories they're telling. They're telling these stories constantly. They're putting these stories at the forefront of their music, right? And these stories are negative stories. It's stories that involve harming other people. It's stories that involve...
And I don't want to be that guy at all. Like, I'm not trying to be that guy at all. But like, bro, like, you also need to realize, dude, if you're rapping, if you choose that career, you got to realize what comes with that as well. Because, dude, you're going to be around people with guns. You're going to be around people, just violent people, bruh. Like, you're going to be around them. So, you know, I just, you know, I don't make music. I don't do any of that. But, you know, like, for any aspiring artists, bro, like, you got to realize that that's what you're going to be around, regardless.
Taking a bunch of drugs and numbing yourself, and then in the process going and killing somebody. That's what the stories are telling us, right? Now, if those are the stories we're telling in the culture, how can we expect to get a different outcome? How can we expect our artists to not die from gun violence? That's what they're talking about 24/7. They're not only telling the stories. A lot of artists on,
bro, he was literally doing nothing at all, though.
They're promoting this stuff in their music.
For real, he was a bystander.
They're telling these stories in their music of killing, of robbing, of poisoning their community, and this energy is coming back to the culture. So look what happens. We have to get really honest. We have to get really, really, really honest about what exactly we're promoting in these records is what I'm saying. That's the only thing I'm saying. I'm not trying to point the fingers because, hey, I'm consuming the music. I'm listening to this music, by the way. Don't get
Bro, I don't even listen to music like that anymore. If I'm being 100% honest, and what he's saying is 100% true, bro. Like, dude, this is what you're promoting, dude. And that's just the lifestyle you're going to be living. And I don't even listen to music like that anymore. Like, I do, but at the same time, like, I don't listen to it like I used to. But bro, that's literally what it is. It's a fact. And some people don't like it, but you know, he's speaking facts though.
I'm listening to this music. I just got done bumping Lil Durk right now. Personally, I look at it as entertainment, nothing more, nothing less. I don't glorify it ever because I know that this lifestyle that these rappers are talking about, it's not cool. There's nothing cool about this shit. There's really nothing cool about a bunch of grieving mothers. You know what I'm saying? There's really nothing cool about a bunch of grieving family members because their loved one just got gunned down and this other guy just put it in his fucking song. There's nothing cool about that. Let's be honest about where we are in the culture right now. Just be very
I'm smoking this guy's pack, and people,
a lot of us, okay,
local people say that now. Like, everybody says that
right now. You guys are putting nothing but bad energy into the universe. You're doing nothing but talking about killing, shooting, poisoning your community. That's what you're talking about. And man, I wish Takeoff could be here. But Takeoff did talk about those things as well. We just gotta get real about what we're putting into these records. That's all I'm saying. And God rest Takeoff. So I'm so sad that Takeoff died. As you can hear my voice, I'm literally, I can't contain myself because I can't believe that he's gone.
Dude, this happened at like 3, 2 in the morning.
I can't believe that Takeoff just died. Takeoff, I've been following Migos for a long time. Now Takeoff is dead. The backbone of the group is dead. Takeoff just died. Guys, we gotta get real about what the fuck is going on in the culture right now. We gotta get real. We gotta get really fucking real. And I really don't know where we go from here because here's the thing, right? We always talk about how we gotta change in the culture, right? We always talk about that when an artist dies, but we never change. I mean, PNB Rock died a little over a month ago, and people have forgotten about. People have moved on from PNB Rock's death. That's the crazy part. Hip hop,
dude, seriously, people die like that. Like, it's one guy to the next. And then literally people forget about it. Like, I mean, there's obviously like the bigger people, like the Juice Worlds and like the X's and, you know, like the bigger people that obviously get remembered for a long period of time. But a lot of these guys just, you know, like they drop and then, you know, they're not getting talked about anymore and it's on to the next, bro, unfortunately.
We've moved on from PNB Rock's death. I mean, we've already moved on. It really does. It genuinely scares me that we're moving on so fast. We've moved on so fast from PNB Rock's death. It's not even funny. Did y'all notice that? Did you guys notice that? I noticed it. I pay attention. I see it. And I see that hip hop, we're very forgetful. We're very forgetful when it comes to our artists dying now. And we expect this to happen is the thing. We expect our artists to die at a young age. Think about that for a second. Think about the fact that we expect these rappers to die at a young age. We expect it. We've seen the movie so many times to the point where the movie is we already know what the ending of the movie is. So we expect to see the same movie over and over again, right? It's really sad what's going on in the culture right now. This is not normal. We're not supposed, these rappers are not supposed to be dying like this, man. Y'all got families, bro. You guys got families, bro. You gotta start thinking about your family. Here's the thing, if you're a young black man
and this is so crazy because literally, dude, like, we all have a family, and you know, like, I don't really, you know, I see it, but I don't really just keep up with, you know, like, these celebrities though. But I did see something with the group breaking up, like the Migos group. I'm guessing like Takeoff and Quavo had went off and they were doing their thing, and then Offset was just doing his thing. So I want to see how Offset feels about this, because since then I don't think he's posted anything, and we don't know how he's feeling. I think they're on bad terms, because, you know, they were doing their own thing. They went their separate ways. And I also saw something, I don't know if it's true, but I saw something with Saweetie possibly doing something with Offset. So I feel like maybe that could be what was going on between the three. But yeah, I wonder how he's feeling right now, because, you know, they were all on bad terms. So it's just unfortunate to see.
You made it in the culture of hip-hop. You made it as an artist in hip-hop. You take your blessings and you leave. You take your blessings and you never look back. You don't go back to the hood unless it's for some charity work. You don't hang around anybody who you're not doing business with, or anybody who's not family. You take your money, you take your blessings, and you leave. Because what I've seen is, throughout these last couple years of covering these artists, and throughout the last 15 something years of listening to hip-hop, is every artist who's died, every rapper who's died, it's always been at the hands of somebody who looks like them. It's never been the white man. It's always been someone who looks like them. It's never the white man. It's always, however, somebody who looks like you. It's another black man who's killing you. It's the man who looks like you who takes you out. It's not the white man. It's your brother. It's the guy you grew up with who used to see in your neighborhood. It's that guy who's gonna kill you. It's not the white guy. It's always somebody who looks like you. It's always at the hands of another black man. And we gotta look at that and ask ourselves, why is that happening? Why is that the case? I, of course, asked that question knowing why that's...
Bro, I need a fade, bro. That's random, but I need a fade. But hey, he's spitting facts. People are not gonna want to hear this, especially the BLM people. But yo, like, we're killing each other. Like, black people are really being destructive to other black people, which is something we don't talk about enough. It's not talked about enough in the media. It's you know, it's just always whenever a white man guns a black man down, you know, it's a big problem. But, you know, we're killing each other. We're destroying each other, for real. We got to talk about this, man. For real. He's talking facts.
Case, I mean, apart from self-hate, that's another conversation, but apart from that, that guy sees that you made it out. He sees that you made it out. He sees you with the money, he sees you with the blessings, he sees you with the jewelry, he sees you with the cars, with the women, and he's angry, he's furious, he's envious, he's jealous that you made it out, but he didn't make it out. And that's why, as a young rapper, as a young black man who's in the culture of hip-hop, who made it in the culture of hip-hop, once you get your blessings, you take those blessings and you leave, and you never look back. You're never in a situation where these types of guys can even be around you. And yes, you do have a target on your back, but it's not for nothing. I mean, you're talking about violence in the music. You're talking about killing in the music. Yep. That energy will somehow find itself back to you, because you're talking. That's what you're putting in the records. When you put something at the forefront, it will somehow find itself back to you. It will always happen. That's always going to happen. It's really heartbreaking how we've gone through this so many times in hip hop. It's really heartbreaking how the same movie is playing on a TV over and over and over again, and nobody's trying to shut that fucking TV off. I think if something is going to change, rappers really have to start looking at the lifestyle that they're living and the shit that they're promoting in their music. We have to get really honest about what we're putting in these records, man. We just have to get brutally honest about that. And I think once we do that, once we're truly honest about what the fuck we're putting in these records, that's when we can finally move forward and actually tackle the problem. To be fair, these records, some of them are cap, obviously, but a lot of them, they're real stories, right? So I get that you're putting your story in the music, but here's the thing, right? Just because you've been there and you've done that doesn't mean that you always have to put it at the forefront of your music. An artist really has a choice in what they put in their music. They have a choice 1,000%. So as an artist, what are you putting in these records? What kind of stories are you telling? If all the stories we're hearing are about killing and robbing, can we really be surprised when our artists are getting robbed and killed? And that statement, or any of these statements that I'm making, has nothing to do with that Takeoff situation, because this is a separate situation, right? So I just want to make it very...
it's just a sad situation, bro. Like, dude, you know, like it's sad because literally they're saying that it was friendly fire, allegedly. Like it could have been friendly fire. There were a bunch of witnesses all over Twitter. And this is confirmed, by the way. Like, people, there were numerous people saying that. There were videos, everything. And supposedly it was friendly fire, which makes it even worse. So we're going to find out because, you know, the police, they're going to obviously do an autopsy. We're going to find out.
Very clear where this rant is coming from. This rant is just coming from the frustration, okay? Frustration of losing artists in the hip-hop culture. Nothing more, nothing less. Really saddens me to hear about Takeoff going out like this, honestly. This rant is really coming from a place of love. It's coming from a place of genuine concern for artists, man, in the hip-hop culture. It's coming from a place of, I want these artists to be here for their families, and I want them to be here for their kids, man. I'm just sick of hearing about stories about black men getting killed, man. Black men who have everything in their arsenal to be really great and live a very long and successful life, dying at the age of 28. Getting killed like this in this type of fashion by somebody who looks like you, that's a problem, man. Imagine making it this far. Imagine going through all that someone like Takeoff went through. Imagine making it out the worst conditions just to, at the age of 28, get taken out like this, man. It's sad. What do you want me to say? I think I'm just gonna end this rant here. Rest in peace to Takeoff. May his soul rest eternally. Once again, it really breaks my heart seeing these artists go so young, and I think something definitely has to change. Rest in peace to Takeoff. It really breaks my heart seeing this, but it's happened and there's nothing we can do about it. So RP to Takeoff, and my condolences are with his family and friends. I'm out.
Well, that's the end of the video, man. It's just a sad situation all around. Now, as the days go by, obviously we'll get more information, but yeah, it's a sad situation. Shout out to Blackie Speaks. You know, I don't own any of this, by the way. You know, I'm just reacting to it. I don't own any of the music that was played. I don't own the video I'm reacting to. This is just for, you know, educational purposes only. But there we have it. We'll see what we have coming in the next coming days. But I appreciate y'all for checking out the video. Y'all make sure to like, subscribe, comment. I'm back and I'm gonna be posting, so y'all make sure y'all support the content, and we'll be back soon, man. Peace.